you ever imagined a moment where three giant pillars from different industries stand in the same frame so that the boundaries between Asian pop music, professional superstars, and Hollywood cinematic masters seem to simply disappear? Welcome back to K-pop News Today, your home for dissecting every major movement, in-depth analysis, and the most surprising dynamics of the global entertainment stage. This July 2026, popular culture history officially recorded a new chapter that was completely beyond the expectations of the global public. A rare image suddenly made a splash, sweeping across social media platforms and sparking a wave of conversation across continents. There, Kim Taehyung, or V of BTS, stood warmly side by side with two of the most legendary names on the planet, David Beckham and Tom Cruise. To those looking on from the outside, this might seem like a normal portrait of A-listers. However, to millions of international eyes and millions of armies around the globe, this shot holds a much deeper message. It is a symbol of absolute validation, a cultural crossover that confirms the extent of Kim Taehyung's stage reach today. This meeting wasn't just social small talk in front of the camera. It was proof of how the boundaries of modern entertainment are increasingly blurring. On one side, we saw David Beckham, a figure who not only revolutionized the world of football but also transformed himself into a global lifestyle icon. On the other, stood Tom Cruise, a veteran actor who for decades maintained his reign at the top of the Hollywood film industry through extraordinary dedication and professionalism. And then, right between them, stood Kim Taehyung, representing a new generation of Asian music icons who are leading the K-pop wave into every corner of the globe. As the three interacted with warmth and mutual respect, the world witnessed the walls between the music, sports, and cinema industries crumble. Taehyung's presence between these two legendary figures cemented his position. He was no longer just a pop idol, but a global cultural figure, sitting at the same table as him. This phenomenal moment was all the more remarkable because it coincided with the explosive atmosphere of the 2026 FIFA World Cup final halftime show, where BTS was the center of global attention. In front of tens of thousands of pairs of eyes packed into the stadium and hundreds of millions of viewers glued to their television screens, BTS once again proved their worth as world-class superstars. Praise poured in non-stop, from major international media outlets to a warm acknowledgement from Global Citizen CEO Hugh Evans. Opening their performance with Dynamite, BTS displayed a precision stage presence, increasingly mature vocal harmonies, and searing choreography that united the audience from across the continent. Amidst the majesty of the giant stage, Taehyung's commanding aura radiated clearly. Every gesture, expression, and stage presence he displayed demonstrated the maturity of a true artist ready to take on a much larger international role. This phenomenon raises an important question. Does this prove that the influence of K-pop artists has officially entered a new era in the history of global popular culture? The answer seems entirely clear. In this modern era, the scale of a figure's influence is no longer measured solely by physical album sales or radio airplay statistics, but by the emotional impact and cultural bridges they are able to build. A closer look at the Western media's enthusiasm for Taehyung's time with Beckham and Tom Cruise reveals a fascinating paradigm shift. For decades, the definition of a global icon has been dominated by figures born from the womb of Western industry. However, Taehyung's presence has shattered this old dogma. Mainstream media outlets no longer view South Korean artists as mere passing trends or internet phenomena, but as figures possessing the visual stature, persona, and brand value comparable to legends with decades of dedication. However, behind all the flashy spotlights and media attention, what makes Kim Taehyung so enduring in the hearts of the public is the way he carries himself. His journey from an ordinary young man in South Korea to standing alongside the figures who once inspired him is a deeply emotional narrative of struggle. He remains known for his humility, Asian values of politeness, and honesty in both his on- and off-camera demeanor. The photo with Beckham and Cruise is not just about the glitz of the occasion, but rather a visual metaphor that dreams nurtured through hard work and discipline will ultimately unlock the doors to the world's highest stages, without losing their identity. This momentum has had a very positive domino effect on the creative industry ecosystem as a whole. This intergenerational encounter opens the door for fans of classic sports and cinema to discover the depth of Taehyung's work, while also introducing the legacy of Beckham and Tom Cruise to the younger generation of K-pop. Furthermore, this success story serves as concrete proof to creators and young people around the world that background is no barrier to reaching the highest peaks on the international stage. Eventually, the roar of the World Cup will end, and social media photos will be replaced by new news. However, the footsteps and history carved by Kim Taehyung and BTS will remain deeply etched in the memory of global popular culture. History may record numbers and records, but the world will always remember those who touch the hearts of so many through kindness, sincerity, and hard work. Kim Taehyung has proven that his name is no longer just a passing trend, but an inspiring legacy that will continue to resonate for years to come.